The whole night I've been thinking, what am I going to say? And I couldn't come up with anything. I don't know where to start. I've always dreaded this day where I'll be speaking at my mother's funeral. And I think that's everyone's nightmare, every child's nightmare. And finally it's here. And it's the complete opposite of what I had in mind. In my mind, I'd planned that when my mother passes on, I'm gonna bury her in the cheapest coffin ever. I'm going to have one rose on the coffin. And reason for that was that I'd reached a stage where I was really proud of what I've done for my mother, because I've seen people showering their parents when they're dead with expensive coffins and expensive funerals because of guilt that they were not there when they were alive. So with me, it was a matter of pride to say she smelled the flowers while she was still alive. And today, she's in the most beautiful coffin and the most beautiful decoration. But also it's because she asked for it. She said she wants a lot of flowers. And she said it, funny enough, on Saturday. Before she passed on, she told the doctor that she wants a lot of flowers. And she wants to be dressed in the same dress she wore at the wedding, at our wedding. And this is just for her. My mother was a very successful woman in every aspect, at home, in her profession. 60 years in show business is no child's play. The most disciplined, her work ethic is amazing. If I could achieve a quarter of what my mother had achieved, I would have made it. Very generous, very cheeky, very optimistic. Every time I call my mother, the first word she would say, "Hello, darling," and then everything else would just be okay. I'm not sad because my mother is gone. I'm just sad because my umbilical cord has been cut completely. But I am so at peace with what my mother has achieved. She's seen me walking down the aisle. She's seen her granddaughters. She's seen her sisters, her families. She loved her family. Her family loved her. I would like to thank South Africa as well for really loving my mother. A lot of people, when their parents, especially in the show business, when they pass on, they still have that pain that our parents were not appreciated. I would be lying if I say my mother was not appreciated. MLA, Wesley, you guys, you have done amazing for my mother. Thank you. South Africa, you have shown my mother. The presidency and the president, you have really given my mother flowers when she could still smell them. Anything that happens after this is just a bonus. It's not out of guilt. It's not out of trying to make up. You have nothing to make up. Everyone in South Africa, rest assured, you have nothing to make up for. You have loved my mother. I would like to say to my mother, thank you. Thank you for instilling everything that I am today. And my mother was also the most punctual person I know. So I know that even her death was on time. And her timing is always impeccable, to a point where she lives just around my dad's birthday and she's buried on my husband's birthday. That is my mother for you. So, Mama ngiyabonga kakhulu, ngiyabonga. Ngibonga yonke into ungiphe yona. And I know I've lost a mother on earth, but I've gained the most powerful ancestor. Don't be surprised. Anyone shouldn't be surprised if I rise beyond, because I've got the most generous ancestor. And Mama, I know how when you're angry, how you become. So I promise never to make you an angry ancestor, because I don't want you on the wrong side of anything. Thank you for everything. I love you. You have lived. You are one mother I'll boast about. But more than anything, Ubuntu Bako, you were never for once wanted to be called a celebrity or to be worshipped, or you just wanted to do your job. One person who's worked from your Quincy Joneses to your Michael Jacksons, and lastly to your Beyoncés, and still it didn't faze you, because you just wanted to do your job. And talking about timing again, this is how my mother would have wanted her funeral to be, because she is the person that she is. Akathandi ukufakela amehlo. She does things from the heart, and it ends there. And I don't feel bad at all about this setup. This is exactly how she would have loved it to be. She would have been very shy, because I know South Africa would have wanted to celebrate her. But lastly, Lala Ngoxolo Mam, I love you. Phumula, usikhonzele phambili. Thank you.
Mother, I love you. Oh, I love you too. You tear a flower.
I know.
What's it?
I know.
Manga tuge ngiyashaka excess ukuthi
I'll be my happiest love.
Uzongwakhisa Eileen.
Exactly.
Kanjani?
Come on, man.
Feel right?
Eh?
Into full engine.
What? Very much.
For me, I think
Very much. Namangithanda samshitera. Ngabalile babhekile babo. Oh, I'm so great.
On the rose.
ngijabula ukuthi ukhona.
Uyenzile into yakho. Oh, this is